This week, our beautiful sun, the sun within us, our consciousness, the life, is activating gate 48 in the I Ching and Gene keys. This frequency is activating a genetic codon within our DNA that is stimulating our consciousness field. The theme of the life this week, the transformational path of this frequency, moves from the shadow of inadequacy to the highest frequency of wisdom, and it's via the path of resourcefulness. This 48th I Ching is the focal point of the Libra new moon solar eclipse that's happening now. This energetic cycle is unfolding in the next 4 to 6 months. Before I get into the contemplation and understanding of this frequency, let's take a peek at the human design holographic body graph to better understand this energy from within us, from within our body. The sun enters gate 48 this week, and gate 48 is located in the splenic awareness center, which is where our primal instincts are in the now. This splenic center governs our fears, and at the shadow, gate 48 is the fear of inadequacy. On the highest frequency, it's wisdom, and it's trusting the unknown. It's following your intuition when faced with the unknown. The sun is activating its programming partner, its harmonic gate, its earth, its exact opposite frequency in the sky, which is gate 21. The best way to understand it, the earth is the manifestation. It's what we see. The sun is the illumination. They work together. Gate 21 is located right here in the ego heart center. The ego heart center governs our willpower, our ego, the material world, our determination, our drive and worth. It's a motor which provides the energy necessary to manifest our will and desires. Gate 21 at the shadow is control. At the highest frequency, it's honor and valor. This week, Jupiter and the Earth are creating a quantum field channel called the money line. It's manifesting energy. This quantum field channel is about supporting your tribe through material, finance, and education. The main purpose is to ensure that the materials and monetary matters of the tribe are handled properly and in accordance with everyone's benefit. So the key here is to follow your heart, but also make sure that it benefits the whole, benefits everyone involved. Wisdom is rooted in not knowing. This transformational transmission is going to begin and end with this one sentence. Wisdom is rooted in not knowing. Not knowing as a shadow pattern is very different than not knowing at the gift frequency and not knowing as a mastery. At the shadow, not knowing is experienced as inadequacy, the belief that one may not cope, or the fear that one may fail or falter. This is a very human fear, a very understandable trait that we humans experience when we face the unknown. This then is a deep-rooted fear key. If you have this energetic frequency in your energetic profile, then you will need to face deep-rooted fears in this lifetime. The life will bring you to this fear if you have the courage to face it. In truth, we have to face it at some point. We don't have a choice because this fear is the fear of annihilation. And when you do face it, a great energy will come through you and you will never have to face it again in the same way. And you don't have to go looking for it. It will come and find you when you're ready. In fact, it will find you when you're not ready. Perhaps this fear will come find you through a relationship, when someone dies or leaves, or through a teacher or circumstance that tests you to your limit. Nobody knows how or when these events will occur, but these are the defining moments in the life. But let me assure you, there is nothing to fear. The hexagram of this frequency is represented by two symbols. One is called the abyss, and one is called gentleness. So the message here is to go gently into the abyss, and the abyss will treat you with gentleness. The elements connected to this frequency is wood and water, and this is why the ancients called this frequency the well. Some have believed that they were referring to a wooden bucket bringing the water from the well, but in fact, in ancient China, where this wisdom originated from, the buckets were made out of clay. So the wood really is referring to the support guiding the bucket up the well. So the secret lesson that this hexagram, this frequency teaches us is that we all have an inner support system when we relax and find that place of gentleness and depth within us. One of the problems that we have created for ourselves in the life is tension. We have learned tension and unlearned gentleness. Think about children. They are gentle. As we grow, we unlearn softness. Some of us may still have it, but it's rare. So be gentle with yourself. Here in this gene key lies the antidote to fear, gentleness. Remember that. I will share one final insight of the 48th shadow. The 48th I Ching governs our emotional development from age 8 to 14. This is a stage of massive growth as we move through puberty. This is a stage in the life when we cross the road of innocence, never to return again. What this means is that there's a very challenging passage that we all have to go through during this age that always concerns our emotional life. So this 7-year cycle dictates the development and growth of our emotional life. And we become emotionally imprinted to whatever happened to us between the age of 8 to 14. And there's always a great emotional trial that we have to face. It's written into the Dharma, into the destiny. Whatever it was for you, it doesn't need to dictate the rest of the life. You will have to face the root of the fear. You will have to disentangle it inside yourself. Your relationships will reflect and show you, and it will always involve your ability to love the other and yourself. The 48th gift, the way to alchemize the shadow and raise the vibration, resourcefulness. Out of the well, out of the emotional depths of your psyche comes all manner of fruits. What a beauty you are when the 48th gift transmutes the fear. What you can achieve and create, how sought after you become. You don't need to ask, what can I do? You need to ask what you can't create. You can create anything you put your heart into, anything you feel passionate about. Anything that has a practical part in improving the world, elevating a part of society. If you have the 48th I Ching in your energetic profile, it's for some good reason. You require it. The 48th I Ching, gene key, is part of a codon ring of matter. It's about impacting the material realm. It's about providing resources to people. It's about connecting others to their own depth or guiding them on what's missing to bring in the balance in the life. The 48th gift is good with money as it's related to abundance of wealth. Deep within form, within atomic structure of life, of matter, lies trapped energy, and the 48th gift knows how to release it. And you can apply it to any sphere of the life. There are always those people that know things, and they don't know how they know. That's the nature of wisdom, not knowing. And if it's channeled into service, it increases in power. And if it's used for personal benefit, then it dries up. There is such a thing as natural wisdom. Natural wisdom is rooted in common sense, but more than anything, it's connected to the natural world. This gift needs to be outside in nature, by the ocean, connected to the source of its power, the earth. The 48th gift, lost behind a computer. There's nothing sadder. The divine within weeps. Trust me, I know. I have this frequency multiple placements in my energetic profile, and this was my movie for a long time. With so much potential to connect people, things, animals, and plants, this energy can run into health problems if it's not sharing its gift of resourcefulness. It doesn't mean that you need to be socially natural, but it does mean that you need to connect to the earth. The 48th gift is about what you don't know. Always remember that. Others are defined by what they know. You alone are defined by your willingness to approach the unknown with a confidence and openness and a sense of adventure. Through this open space, you become a field through which knowing arises on its own accord. This could be blissfulness for you and an inspiration for others. How did you know? Others will ask. And you don't know. And that's okay. But it also means that you need to keep moving because you might not succeed at the same thing twice. This gift is about the not knowing, not the knowing. You can't bake the same cake twice. It won't work if you try to repeat what you've done before. Of all of the I Chings, this is the one with depth, the deepest, the most yin, the feminine, this along with the second I Ching. Here we find the place of the goddess, the divine feminine, not a woman in a white dress with her hands up dancing around a fire. The divine feminine, the unknown, the eternally abundant, the unpredictable, the mystery of all mysteries, the woman. If you're a male and you have this gift, you may appreciate the way of the woman. You may love a woman more than any woman can. If you're female and you have this gift, you are here to embody the qualities of a woman. Above all else, it's gentleness, wind and water. The future healing of the world will come out of the feminine. Not a woman, the feminine, the honoring of the feminine. It's the love of curves, the love of slowness, the love of subtleties. There's not 1 ounce of showiness or ego in the feminine. Like the smile of the Mona Lisa, the smile of the yin, the deep knowing that all is held in the lap of the divine within. Deeply surrendered, accepting of everything. There can be passion and fire, but the knowing that the power is in the stillness of water. The 48th city, the highest frequency, wisdom. Wisdom is not the same thing as knowledge, not even a bit. They're opposing forces. Knowledge comes from knowing. Wisdom comes from not knowing, from innocence. Wisdom wells up gently from beneath the waves. It requires a deep unlearning of knowledge, a letting go of what comes before, being open, naked, and vulnerable. Wisdom lies between the words, between the concepts. It's older than the mind. It's hidden between space. Wisdom is simply using us as a host. Unless you become completely empty, you cannot see your eternal nature. A wise woman is not necessarily known. They are here to create and foster a master, a grandmother, a mother, a lover, quiet and silent in the background. She embodies the power of stillness and water. Wisdom is always rooted in not knowing. I empower you this week to create space, get to higher awareness, notice your thoughts, feel all the sensations fully that come up in the body this week, and shine the light of awareness to any need of control of outcome or any deep fear of inadequacy and feel it deeply. Be blessed.